Stay hydrated, everyone. Hey friends, what's up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name's Elise. I'm so glad to see you guys. Today, I'm so excited because this starts off the week of Christina Lauren! Woo! Later this week, I'm going to an author event where Christina and Lauren are promoting the launch of their new book called The True Love Experiment. I am so stoked for a variety of different reasons, but first, because The True Love Experiment is the companion novel to The Soulmate Equation. It was published in 2021, so I think I read it later that year in 2021. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4.75 stars. However, that was kind of at the beginning of my contemporary romance era. I was very new to contemporary romance, and so this was kind of like a first time dipping my toe in that genre. So I'm very curious to reread it this week and see if I still feel the same about it. I also wanted to get to a few other of Christina Lauren's books because this is the week of Christina Lauren in honor of the True Love Experiment launch and book event. I have a few other Christina Lauren books. I'm gonna try and take them to the event later this Saturday in hopes that they'll be able to sign them. So I've also read the not the Unhoneymooners. I have read the Unhoneymooners. I enjoyed it. It was really fun. I would like to reread it and annotate it, but I just don't think I'm gonna have time this week because I want to focus on this book. But I'm gonna take it to the event, as well as Something Wilder. Now, Something Wilder released last summer, I believe. It wasn't my favorite book. It wasn't my favorite of their books, but I still want to take it to get signed. Why not? And I think that if I did end up rereading this book, I would go in with the proper mindset of it being a little bit ridiculous, because it is a little bit of a ridiculous book. I was a little bit mad at some of the events and like how unrealistic all of the things that happened to them actually happening, but then I was just like, you know what, whatever. Once I let that go, I ended up having a good time. Now, the books that I want to try and read from Christina Lauren that I haven't read yet is Love in Other Words. I've heard great things about this. It's highly recommended in general and to me. I've had a lot of people specifically recommend it to me, so I want to try and get to that. I would also like to try and get to Autoboyography. I just think that I'm going to love this book. I also have this as a potential 5-star read in a video I filmed called 5-Star Book Predictions, so we're gonna see if that lives up to it. And then the last one I have is the Honey Don't List. So I'm gonna try and get to these 4 this week. I'm just gonna read whatever I feel like reading whenever it speaks out to me, but obviously I'm gonna try and like focus on these Soulmate Equations. I will talk to you guys later. Hey friends, hey, I am currently at my local library because I just got done with yoga this morning, and I wanted to hop up here and talk to you guys about this book. I started it yesterday and I'm already currently 100 pages in, and I know I was kind of worried because I read this a few years ago and it was very highly rated for me, and I was worried that because I read so many other romances, this being kind of one of my first in a long time, I was worried that I would not think as highly of it, and that's not the case. I'm having the best time. I've started tabbing, I don't know if you can see, and then there was a point where I was away from my tabs but I was still highlighting, and so I fully plan on annotating this book before the event this weekend. I'm so excited. I love this so much. She's so funny. Literally, I've been reading it and like squealing at some of the things that Fizz says because I'm so excited to read her book. Some of the things she says are so funny, so I'm so excited to read her book, but I'm having a really good time reading about Jess and Dr. River Pena. I have read some books recently where I've had a really hard time connecting with the main characters. They're just kind of there. Not the case with Jess and River. I'm having a great time, especially Jess, because she, I suppose being a nanny, I have some insight onto what it's like to be there and help raise kids. I do not take full responsibility whatsoever, but there are times where I spend a lot of time and I give a lot to the kids that I watch, which I do so very willingly. It's a lot, so I totally relate to that. And she's super smart. She's a esthetician. Cool. So kind of STEMmy-ish. She's also, she works in freelance, which I think is really cool because I don't see that very often in the books that I read or like as a main character. Anyway, I am going to go get some editing done today, hopefully do some more reading, and then I will update you guys later. This book is so fun. I just love Juno, Jess's daughter. She's so fun and like such a 7, almost 8-year-old. Like it's really great. She talks about like giraffes and amusement parks and their attentions go from one thing to another. It's so fun. Don't mind me just lounging in my bed. The headrest, it's been like flaking off and doing weird stuff. Anyway, Dad took it to be fixed, so we have just this random thing. I guess I could put things on here, but I'd be afraid that I would mess them up in the middle of the night because I am a twister tornado when I sleep. Anyway, I was so excited because tomorrow I was just like, I don't have any plans until 3. I can just read all day and finish the Soulmate equation. However, those plans have been derailed because I need to go get my oil changed really badly tomorrow. That's what's happening tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try and read as much as I can tonight. I was like, yeah, I got this, because I only have this much left. However, as I'm laying in bed, my motivation is waning because pretty much I only sleep in this room. So now that I'm laying in bed, my body is like, oh, time to sleep. So we're gonna see how far I get tonight. I am currently on page 281. I have about 100 pages left until the book is complete. I typically can read about a page a minute, but I am annotating kind of as I go, so that tends to take longer. It's currently 10:41 and I have to get up early tomorrow. Do I want to stay up until midnight? I don't know. Check back in with you later. Okay, so I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I have already read this book before, and I'm getting to that part where the 3rd act is arriving, and I know it's coming, and I'm not ready for it. You know, like the 3rd act conflict, it's coming, it's just about to happen, and I'm not ready. We got past the terrible part. It wasn't terrible, but it was terrible for my soul, okay? We're done though. We finished it. We're in the almost epilogue. Actually, I think we're in the last chapter but this edition has a bonus paperback exclusive epilogue. So I haven't read that part. That's new to me. So we're almost there. I just love everything about this book, I swear. Some books just do it for you. This one does it for me. That made me really happy. Okay. The epilogue is 2 years later, and that's all I'm going to tell you. Oh, it's from his perspective, I think. Happy tears, I promise. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do with myself now. Well, I did manage to finish reading it tonight. It's 12:11, so I was pretty on it with my estimate. Oh my gosh. 5 stars again. Oh my gosh, my freaking tears. Anyway, let me explain while tears gush down my face. This little gap right here, I didn't have my tabs with me, so don't shame me. I like dog-eared the bottom so I can go back and tab those. And then I also want to go back and highlight because I like tabbed places, but I haven't highlighted all of them. I only highlighted kind of like at the beginning. So I want to go back and like highlight those spots and annotate and write things and my thoughts. That book hits so perfectly. I cannot wait for the True Love Experiment. I think reading this was better this time. I love this book so much. So much. What I read before bed very often affects my dreams, so I'm very curious to see how or if this book will affect my dreams tonight. I guess we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Morning, everyone. I'm sad to report that I did not have any dreams related to the soulmate equation. Shame. But me and my dad are getting ready to go because we both need to get the oils changed in our car. So we're gonna go and I'm gonna start listening to Autoboyography. I'm very excited. I have the audiobook and the physical form, so I'll just like switch back and forth between those two. We're also gonna go for a walk, so that's why I'm all like outfitted in a kind of casual workout outfit. I love the park that we're going to. And then I think I'm gonna order myself a big old tea. I am in my tea phase. For a while I was in my coffee phase, but now I'm in my tea phase. Hey friends, I am back home. I got my oil changed and Dad and I went for a walk. We try our best to do a walk every day or exercise every day if our schedules align. I did not film anything though because I suck at vlogging. However, I did get started on Autoboyography. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm flipping back and forth between the audiobook and this. I just kind of try to find the chapter that I end on and then like go from there. I'm currently on page 131 already. I don't know if you can see in these sections that I have had the book. I have been tabbing, but you know, obviously the other sections I'm listening, so it's kind of hard to tab. It's very cute. I think I misunderstood the synopsis, or I didn't understand it in the way that it was meant to be understood. Basically, Tanner and his family have been in this town in Utah for a few years now. Back in California, he was out as bi, you know, people were a lot more accepting there. But when they moved to Utah, to a very largely Mormon location, his parents are very concerned about him coming out and how he would be treated. So he is in the closet here in Utah. Only his family knows. And then he does end up getting into that seminar, the really prestigious class where you write a book. He's kind of struggling about what he should write, and then kind of ends up writing about some things that he's experiencing. I'll tell you the theme because it's pretty early on and I don't think it spoils anything really. His theme for his book is a half Jewish, half nothing queer kid moves to an LDS infested town. He can't wait to leave. And LDS stands for Latter-day Saints, largely the Mormon church, and so he continually refers to the people who are involved in the Mormon church as LDS. That comes up a lot. It's very interesting because I'm learning a little bit more about the Mormon belief system, like through Tanner's eyes, which is kind of interesting because I probably know about as much as him. And also he is very prejudiced against Mormons as well, so it's kind of interesting seeing him learning more about them and kind of coming to his own beliefs rather than just regurgitating what his family and other people who are not involved in the church are telling him. It's also very interesting to see his feelings. I just love how Christina and Lauren write about feelings and emotions. They just do such a fantastic job of describing it in such a relatable way. I just love how they write. Oh, also Tanner has a best friend, Autumn, and Autumn is pretty fun. Autumn supposedly, also we learned this very early on, had a moment where she said that she was in love with Tanner, but that was a very drunken thing that she said one night when they drank like ever, and so they kind of try to rewind and pretend that that didn't happen. So I'm very interested to see how that happens because I can say that I was kind of in a moment like that in my past, so I'm very curious to see how this is going to affect Autumn and how Autumn is going to react to Tanner eventually coming out and eventually learning that he has a crush on someone else. We're gonna see how that goes. I wish all the best for Autumn, all the best for Tanner. I'm really enjoying it. I wonder if I could finish it tonight because I'm already on page 130. It's 403 pages. Maybe not. We'll see. To Half Price Books because I had a bit of a stressful moment and I just wanted to be around the books. But you guys, look at all of these books that were there. I've been wanting to read some of these for so long. How could I pass them up? Oh man. RIP my bank account. Hey everyone, I'm up top getting ready for bed. This afternoon was kind of wild. I picked up the boys because if you don't know, I am a nanny. Picked them up from school and there was an event at our local library kicking off summer reading. They had a man called Danny Connor come and do like a reptile show. So he had all of these cool different reptiles. He had all of these different snakes and a tortoise, lizard, alligator, snapping turtles, just all of these cool things. So that was fun. And then took the boys home and then I listened to Autoboyography some more. I'm currently on page 280 and I'm having a dilemma because I kind of want to try and finish it tonight like I finished the Soulmate equation. However, I also have the audiobook, so I'm like, well, I could finish it by listening to the audiobook and then finish another or start another Christina Lauren book tonight, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and like one and done. I've been reading so many different books at the same time that it's been too much for me lately. So I think one or a few at a time instead of like the 9 or 10 I've been getting up to lately. Funny thing that I noticed, so this book takes place in Montana. Literally this guy, Tanner's high school is right across from Brigham Young University, so BYU. And then on my way to drop the boys off at their home, a song from the BYU a cappella choir came on, and I was like, what? Look, this is the song that was, and they sounded amazing. So props to them, but I thought that was like, our phones so listen to us. They listen to us so much. Anyway, I am going to try and read as much as I can of this book. I only have like a little over 100 pages left to go. However, I think that I could read 2 pages in a minute. So maybe I could get this done in less than an hour. Maybe. I think I'm gonna try for it because this is supposed to be a week of Christina Lauren, and so far it's only been 1.5 books. I wanted to hopefully read another one, but starting tomorrow afternoon, things are gonna get a little crazy. I'm gonna read, and I'll see you guys later. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday. I don't go into work until 1. However, I have quite a few things that I need to get done before work today in the next like hour and a half. First, I need to pack because I'm going to see my boyfriend this weekend, but also I'm going to see Christina and Lauren and Allie Hazelwood for a book event. So I need to pack. I need to finish doing laundry. I need to shower. I want to paint my nails a really cute fun color in honor of the True Love Experiment, like matching kind of. And then if I can, I would like to exercise if possible. There are a lot of things going on right now, so we will see. First, I'm gonna eat my breakfast. I have some tea, and no, this is not full. It's like at the bottom, but I just don't want to get a thing dirty. So have me some yogurt with some granola on top, and then we'll get things going. Oh yeah, I finished Autoboyography. I think it's gonna end up being a 4-star for me. I know it was very realistic in the fact that Tanner just kept pursuing Sebastian, even though Sebastian was just not there yet, you know, based on how he was raised, and concerned about how his community would react to him. But, you know, just poor Tanner, you know, trying again and getting heartbroken and again heartbroken. I'm not going to go into details. However, I really loved the conversations. I loved Tanner's parents and some of the conversations that they had with Tanner. Loved that so much. That's how every family should be when it comes to their children being queer. They just be supportive, but, you know, open. So I really enjoyed that. I think this book is fantastic for a young queer person. I mean, I even had some beautiful takeaways too. There were so many parts of the book that I loved the writing style. I have a little tab specifically for when I love the words that were used or the imagery or whatever. They had some cute moments, but there was just something a little bit missing for me when it came to absolutely 100% adoring this book. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time reading it. It's definitely up there, but it's not quite 5 stars for me, and that's okay. No worries. I still really enjoyed it. Okay, now I'm gonna eat my breakfast and get started for the day. Laundry is done. It looks messy, but I just need to take it up to where I sleep and put it away, and then it'll look much nicer. Packing is finished. Here are my things, my clothes and stuff like that. And then in here are the books that I'm taking to be signed, hopefully, by Christina and Lauren. So In a Holidays, Love in Other Words. This is Something Wilder. The Unhoneymooners. The Soulmate Equation. Autoboyography. And then I'll add this in there too, the Honey Don't List. I started reading this while I was eating breakfast. I'm literally just on page like 10, so Then also in here are the Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain, because Allie Hazelwood is like hosting the event. She's the MC, so to speak, so I'm hoping that she would be willing to sign these too. Hello everyone, it is the next day. I managed to pack, do laundry, shower, and I even did a little bit of a workout before all of that, so I was very proud of myself. I didn't manage to paint my nails, so hopefully I'll have time to do that later today before the event. My friends and I are going out to dinner. That isn't until later tonight, so we're gonna go work out and go eat and, you know, do a few other things. I did manage to read a little bit of the Honey Don't list. I'm not very far at all. I'm not gonna be able to finish it before the event tonight because we have a full day planned, but hopefully maybe later this weekend or early next week. And hopefully by then it will be signed. I'll talk to you guys later. And then we went and got some food, and then I got ready, did my makeup and my hair, but I still haven't painted my nails, so I have my nail polish here. I tried to like kind of match it to the theme. The boyfriend's in playing Pokemon, if you can hear that. But I'm gonna paint my nails and watch some YouTube. I'm feeling like watching Sarah Crowley's latest videos. I'll watch that and maybe some others. Yeah, and read some more Honey Don't list. The nails are done. They are very extra. Do they exude like fizzy? I don't know. Hopefully. I'm gonna read for a bit until we go while the boyfriend's getting ready. I will see you very soon at the event.
Miley asked, what's the number?
So we just had dinner and we're coming up to book people right now, and look, there they are. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is my friend Miley, who's going to the event with me. I converted her to love Christina Lauren. Also, this is Cooper, my boyfriend.
Hello.
I'm so excited. So, we're inside Book People, but just for frame of reference, we got here 40 minutes early. The line starts here, goes all the way to the front of the store, and around to the end. So, we're gonna go get in line. Book lovers go hard. They go hard. Reading and looking adorable.
Oh, close to yum. All right. Yes, just
yeah. Look. Oh my gosh, this is so excited. We just found out they sold like over 200 tickets and they're already out of seats. So it looks like the majority of this event is going to be mostly standing. How many seats do you think there are? Like 50? Less than 100 seats. We'll just say that. Crazy. We got some postcards. I'm guessing of Fizzy and her boo. And this one. They signed it. Oh, my nails do match.
beautiful this moment is for me, because when my first book came out, they did my launch, and it was in the middle of the pandemic, and it was virtual because, well, okay, let's start from the very beginning. We both.
Elise. We're fine. This is so fun. This is our favorite part about this. Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh my god. There's your first impression.
Hey friends, what's up? It's the next day and I wanted to talk to you guys about the event and about the book that I'm still currently reading while I got ready and did my makeup, because my boyfriend and I are going to film a video today, which I'm excited about but like nervous about at the same time, because Cooper has never really been on camera before. I'm very much about like, if you want to be on camera, that's great, that's fine. Like my friend Miley was like, yes, immediately. But Cooper's a little more camera shy, which is totally fine. But he agreed to do this video with me, so I'm really excited but like a little nervous for him. I digress. The event yesterday was so fun. The only thing that was a little bit disappointing was the venue. The venue knew how many people bought tickets. Like over 200. They said over 200 people bought tickets. They knew that. And there still was not enough seating. Plus there wasn't even like an option. They could have sent out an email blast or something and been like, limited seating, you know, come early. Or they could have just rearranged, you know, those movable bookshelves that like lock in place. They could have moved some of those around and rearranged and added more seating. Someone had mentioned that maybe they didn't have enough chairs, but don't sell tickets to someone who's expecting to be able to sit for an hour-and-a-half function and not have enough chairs for everyone. That just didn't set well with me. Aside from that, everything was great. Allie Hazelwood was the host and she was so funny, you guys. It's so cool to see how much of her personality really does shine through in her books. Allie and Christina and Lauren seemed to all get along really well, and it was just so fun to see and talk to them. Like, I don't even remember what all was talked about. I just remember laughing a lot. There were a few like minor details that were spoiled, like, you know, little tidbits about Connor, but not the plot or anything like that. And it just made me so much more excited to read the book. After I finish this book, I think that's what I'm gonna try and read next. And speaking of this book, I am currently on page 147, and you guys, it's so sweet. It's really interesting because there is a lot of drama in this book, but it's not because of the main characters, if that makes sense. Like, the people that they're working for are the ones with a lot of drama, and the main characters are their assistants and just really trying to keep their stuff together. If they lose their job, then that's going to be really difficult on them for extenuating circumstances. So they're kind of like in it together, forced proximity, and the main character James is kind of starting to get feelings. He's like, holy crap, I've never really had the chance to get to know her. I've never really had the time to even look at her and acknowledge that she's a woman. She's just been there and like, you know, doing her job, right? And so he's kind of having these moments where like, holy crap, she's a woman. she's beautiful, she's smart, like all these things, and so he's starting to develop a crush. It's so cute. So I'm really enjoying that, and like that aspect of the book is really wholesome so far. I'm just really enjoying it. That's basically my update. That event last night, aside from the seating, it was just better than I imagined it. That was my first author event like that. I have been to a book festival before, but I feel like that's very different because, you know, you have all of these different authors you can go to. It's very scheduled. There are all of these specific questions already like in advance, and this just felt a little more flexible than that, a little more intimate than that. And then when there was the signing, and you guys, they were so nice. I brought 8 books for them to sign, and they didn't balk once, didn't make me feel guilty. They were so sweet. I asked them, because I want to be a future author, I asked them if they had any books that they had shelved, you know, because there are some authors who I feel like publish every book that they have written, and some authors shelve a lot of books and don't publish everything. And they were like, no, really the only reason that there are some books we haven't published yet is because our publisher told us to wait or hold off on that and come back to it later, or they're done with it but it's a secret right now and it'll be published later. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. Also, my friend Miley, who I am sure you guys saw earlier, also literally shout out to Miley for filming parts for me yesterday while I was talking to the authors or whatever. So sweet of her. Also, I just want to say, like, I'm the one who suggested both of these books to her, The Soulmate Equation and The Love Hypothesis, and she absolutely loved them. So I'm so excited because now we have even more to talk about whenever we're together and like gush about books together. My poor boyfriend, because Miley is also friends with Cooper. That's how Miley and I became friends. We love it. Shout out to Miley, love you girl, you're awesome. But we just had the best time. It was so fun. They were so nice. And Allie was so nice too, because I was talking to her about how nervous I was to send out my book and query it, and she's like, no girl, like do it, you got this. Like she said, look for your favorite authors and look for their agents and then try there first. And she was just so nice about it and so encouraging. It was so sweet. Fangirling so hardcore. I'm really sad because Allie has an event at the same place next month for her book launch, Love Theoretically. However, it's on a Tuesday and I just don't think that I can make it up here because it's like 2.5 hours from my home. And that's the update. This has been a fun vlog. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, I don't know if you guys have seen my Read Greek Mythology books for a week. So this is gonna kind of go in that playlist where I'm reading a specific thing for a week. So I would love to know down in the comments below if there are any other books that you would like to see me read for a week next. I originally never thought about authors, but this is kind of in the same category, you know? Reading a certain author for a week, or reading a certain genre, or maybe a certain trope or something like that. If you have any suggestions for that, I would love to know down in the comments below. Also, have any of you guys read any of Christina Lauren's books? I would love to know if you have, and which one was your favorite so far. I mean, you guys saw earlier in the week when I reread The Soulmate Equation and I like sobbed. It was so good. So that's my favorite now, but I haven't read The True Love Experiment yet, and I've heard a lot of people who just like absolutely have loved that book so much. So I'm really looking forward to it. But that is gonna go into another reading vlog that I'm doing where I read my most highly anticipated book releases in 2023. So I'm in the middle of that right now, trying to get through that and finish that after this video, because y'all, the number of videos that I'm currently filming right now is crazy. I'll have some fun content coming up. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna stop talking. This is like such a fun setting to just like, I feel like I'm just sitting and talking with friends and just jabbering on and on and on while I'm doing my makeup, and it's a good time. So look forward to some fun videos in the future. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Bye, see you later.